Welcome to the second episode of the Ambitious Writers Podcast. Thank you. I have my guest, Reeko. Peeko, little introduction. What do you have for us?
Oh man, I just make funny shit on the internet, and then when I'm not doing that, I try to fake looking professional so people can give me their money. And that's pretty much it. But I'm more passionate about the making people laugh shit.
I love it. How long? Okay. What do you do?
Right now I'm just going to college, but I want to just not do this right now because I already have everything I went to college for. So now I'm just like, fuck that. And I want to take like a year to just go all in with my YouTube channel. And then that's it. Because my plan is to make a bunch of stuff that's very high effort, like the shit that everyone that watches my channel expects from the channel, and make it so I have all these things made in bulk already, and then I can release them like once a week. And that's like the plan right now. But it's pretty difficult just because generally you just want to show people what you made once you made it. So it's a bit of a hard thing.
Okay. So you want to like create a library like full of all your content. That's what I want to do too. That's what I'm going to do. I've been thinking about that a lot as well. Sweet. We're going to take this way back. I want to get to know you as an individual. This is my first time interviewing, for one, a YouTuber, a content maker. This is just the second interview ever. Yeah, and what I'm wanting to do is just get to know you and talk about this is the entrepreneur side. So that's what I love. I've been getting to know a lot more entrepreneurs in different fields, and it's been really interesting to see their story, hear their story, get to know them, everything, because there's different ways of making money in life than working a 9 to 5. So sweet. So you're a YouTuber, right?
Yes, sir. My channel is Durty D with the U, DURTY space D. A lot of people have a hard time spelling it for some reason when I say what it is. It's just that. It's just Durty with a U and then D.
Well, you can go back and rewind this video and check that out if you misheard or did not know the Either way, check it out. I checked it out. It was crazy how many views you had. I was like, damn, sweet. We'll get back into that
for sure.
I wanna dive deep.
But it's just definitely it's a weird thing. I've been trying to realize this more lately. Like, it's hard to not take views for granted the higher up you get with your channel, because I consider myself very niche and obscure and small still, even though a lot of people would be like, oh my god, I die to get like 5,000 views a video or something like
Seriously.
that. So I always just as of lately, I've just been really trying to not even think about the views, just the making it part, and then just making people laugh part of it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Sweet. Are you from Pueblo?
Yeah, born and raised, and it's pretty. I've been all over the place, man. I've been
in Colorado or like around
just
the States?
just in Pueblo.
Okay.
I've been because I mostly lived in those, I can't remember where they are. Those red brick projects, kind of on the south side, and they recently tore them. Well, they tore like a section of them down.
And then they started like building.
Yeah.
Is it right there by Northern?
Yeah.
Right, like right next to that KFC, kind of.
Yeah, that's those ones. Yeah, those ones. I lived in there for a fat chunk of my life, and then just when we moved out of there, then I lived in the county, and then the west side, and then other parts of the south side, and now I'm mostly on the east side.
Nice. Have you been outside of Colorado at all?
Man, I've only been to South Dakota once, and there was nothing there. And that's it. They had a Bass Pro Shop. That was pretty freaking nasty. They had like little fish in there.
Very
and shit.
rural.
Yeah. But other than that, they didn't really have fucking shit there.
Yeah.
And then I've been to New Mexico twice. I think, twice. One was a camping trip. That was awesome. And that was the first time I ever saw turkeys, wild little turkeys. And I wanted to I want to fight those fucking things.
Little turkeys?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Something.
What's wrong with the turkeys? What'd they do?
Nothing. It's just I feel like that's an animal I could handle in a fight. That's like my limit.
For sure.
If I wanted to test my limits against an animal, I think a
For
turkey's
sure.
as far as I could go.
I think we all. I don't know. Maybe some people can't handle turkeys. I know I can handle it. Dude, I'll rip that turkey's head off.
Yeah.
I will straight gut it.
I know.
I will bring yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's
I think
dinner. That's Thanksgiving for this year. All right.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Thanksgiving's
hunting good.
pretty soon too.
Eating good. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Gotta think of what to make for Friendsgiving.
Yeah, I'm not big. I've never been hunting, but I would like to go for one.
Yeah.
That's very yeah. Chickens, okay. What about like an elk? Would you ever?
Oh no, an elk would destroy me, bro.
Dude, for sure. But I mean, like, it's dinner for the next few months. For one, two, I don't know.
Oh, I'm not even thinking of I'm thinking of in a pure hand-to-hand combat sense.
Okay, that's true.
You're fighting this animal.
A bear?
No, a bear would kill
Russians
me.
do it.
Well, I'm not Russian, unfortunately. I've got German and Irish in me.
All right, but you're an American.
You're right.
So what am I hearing here? Excuses.
Yeah. just I'm sorry. I'll do better. I'm just full of excuses all the time.
I am.
That's why
too.
it takes so long for me to upload a video.
Tussle the bear,
Yeah.
dude. Wow, that seems so bizarre. A shark?
Oh no, sharks scare me.
Too crazy.
I think I'm scared of the ocean, dude. I can't.
Me too. A little bit. Tiny bit.
That's what happens when you're born not next to the ocean, I think. You just get mortified of it.
True. Have you ever? Oh, you haven't been outside, dude. I want to go to like L.A. and
Yeah.
Miami, New York too, Maine, Washington, Oregon too has some. Yeah, Oceanside. Why not? But I do want to swim in the ocean too, for sure.
Yeah.
Why not? It's a little scary for sure. Fuck, man, but
I can't.
that's the risk.
I can't swim.
Oh, okay. You can't swim at all?
No, dude, I can't.
Really?
I've had people try and teach me how to swim, and I'm just not a buoyant person because they always say, just let yourself float, and that doesn't happen. And I think that's just shitty, terrible, god-awful advice on their part. But I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. Do you have any siblings?
I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers, and my dad, like, fucked like a jackrabbit, and I don't know where he is, but I have a bunch of
For
siblings because of him.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy. There's just
Dad's going ham, huh?
there's a whole like family reunion thing that could happen, or that does happen, and I can't find where the fuck those people are, but yeah, there's just a bunch of people that he's left around, and I'm one of them.
For sure. Okay. Do you have like a good relationship with your siblings or family?
Oh yeah, me and my family are chill. My dad, I haven't seen him in a fat minute, but
He's just doing jackrabbit shit, huh?
yeah, pretty much. I think I don't know what exactly he's doing. I don't even because he fought in Vietnam, so he doesn't. I don't. Yeah, he's fucking old, dude. He's like 65.
Does he
or
have some stories?
70. I don't know. I've never been able to ask him about it. I just know he fought and served in Vietnam, and my mom said some pretty funny shit about it. She said he fucking stole like a grenade, like he got like a live hand grenade somehow, and one time when he's having like a PTSD moment, he fucking was threatening to blow up the like a room or something
Wow.
like that.
Okay, that's intense for sure.
But
Okay.
yeah, so I know some funny stuff about him, but not. It's not even that he didn't like walk out on me entirely. Like I saw him. I know what he looks like and shit like that. But that was when I was like really little. Wasn't anything like too crazy.
Okay. For sure. You went to high school at South, right?
No, I went to East.
East. All right. I apologize.
No, you're good.
East. Okay.
And it was pretty fun. I don't know.
Pretty
I
fun.
don't have anything to say about it. I met my boys there.
Did you? Oh, of course, dude.
Yeah, I met my
Shout out to the boys.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's Sunday, but Saturday's next week.
yeah,
If you think about it, every day is for the boys.
Quentin and Monsi and Elliot and Cody and Matt and Giorgio and Fletcher.
Shout out to all the boys. All the boys. Did you start your YouTube channel in high school?
Yeah, because at the very I don't know if you looked or how much you looked through the channel. But so at the very early part of it, I started playing Smash Brothers, like Smash 4, the one on the Wii U. And that's how I started my channel. Is one of the guys who used to run Smash tournaments here. He was just like, I'm moving and I don't care about this YouTube shit anymore. So he just sold me his old capture card. And then that's the start of it pretty much. And then I just would record my friends playing Smash. And then next thing I know, just like a bunch of people just started watching them again. And that's what I'm working on.
Your videos?
Yeah.
So you were just YouTubing a whole bunch of like Smash videos, you and your boys?
Yeah. So that was it. It was just my friends playing Smash. And then the more I made these videos, the more I just loved actually editing the videos. And I loved going more and more above and beyond with the editing part of it. And just trying to do a lot more engaging stuff to get people to watch your stuff or like to keep them engaged and things like that. So that's just a big thing. I think the biggest thing I've always done with that is the tracking subtitles to people and shit like that. That shit's, it's like exhausting, but I think it's pretty worth it because that's just a thing with subtitles or having to read when you're watching a video. Something about it just keeps you more engaged. And I think that's just like a natural thing now with algorithms and shit. That's why when you see a video and then it has that fucking text on it and then it has that annoying robot lady voice talking on TikTok and shit like that. I think that's what's going on is people just get more engaged when they can read something, even if it's for like a little bit.
You're right.
I don't know. Right. Yeah. So
you're right. Yeah. We'll get into that. That's funny you speak about that because I was talking with my friend earlier and he spoke about algorithms with social media too and how important it is to, up your game in that. So that's, yeah. Anyways, how old are you?
I'm the ripe old age of 23. My birthday was actually last month.
Ripe. Happy belated birthday. Ripe old age of 23.
Thank you.
When did you graduate?
I don't even remember. I think it was 2019, I think.
2019?
Yeah.
How long had your YouTube channel up and the popular one?
Yeah, it was in 2016 for sure, man. That's
2016? When. So how long has it been?
It's been, oh my god, it's been a fat minute. It's probably, let me think. I think it's been 5 years.
5 years.
Something like that.
Were you doing anything in social media or YouTube before you started
your
YouTube channel?
No, well, actually, oh my god. Actually, now that you say that, I almost forgot about this. It was a huge part of my life. So before I started making my YouTube channel, I had this Facebook page. Like this is when like edgy, post, irony, aesthetic, vaporwave, all that shit was really, really popular. Like just type in Japanese text next to shit and you don't know what it means. Yeah, so I had a meme page called Cancer 420.
Cancer 420.
And
what was it about?
It's gone now. It's like completely gone.
It was a meme page.
Yeah, that's it. It was just a meme page, but it almost got 100,000.
Cancer 420 2.0.
2.0. I just have my
dude, my friend is I guess he's the host.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a popular meme page here in Pueblo.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Anyways, continue.
But yeah, man, so it had, before it got taken down, it had, I think it was close to getting like 90,000 or 100,000 likes or something like that. And then, man, it's a really? Yeah, it's kind of a frustrating thing though to really think about because I did learn about a lot of shit about it, or learn a lot about how to use social media from it, and how to get yourself built off of it.
My friend has like 1,000K subscribers.
Yeah.
or not followers.
Yeah.
But he has a big following. Shout out, I think it's Pueblo LOL.
No.
Oh my god, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, it's like super low key. Like it's hilarious, but you wouldn't think like it could like give you that skill set.
Yeah. And but for the page, it's just interesting thinking how things have changed now, because now you can post fucking like titties and shit like that.
Titties.
You can post that on Facebook.
And ass.
Yeah, you could. So, but what got our page taken down was my friend posted it. I don't know the context of the image, but it's just like this dude in a snake outfit and this like
Snake outfit.
half naked. It was like a straight up like Cobra, like high production little like costume or whatever. And then he was just with some like chick that was naked or something. I don't think she was naked, but she was like very almost naked, and that's what got our page taken down. So it's funny thinking that like now if that was posted, our page probably would be completely fine. So
Zuck.
yeah, man.
Zuckerberg.
Pretty much, he got into our shit, and then I had this other page, but that shit's gone now. It was called Depressed Danny, and it was just like shitty comic, like MS Paint comics I'd make.
Was it popular?
Yeah, that one got to 20,000 likes before it. Yeah,
Like followers or likes?
followers. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Jeez, that's impressive.
And then that same shit happened. Like it was just got destroyed one day just because it was too edgy.
Do you have to run like ads for if you have that big of a following?
No, man, I've never
run ads.
You can,
Or
but
like monetize it.
yeah, but I've never done that. It just because I mean with YouTube it's a little different because I've always just thought it's like, oh, okay, well I'm putting all this effort into it, so it makes sense that I want to get some money from this shit. And I know some people probably feel very differently. I know there's some people that make like amazing videos and they don't really want any money at all, or they just don't like YouTube ads, or they think it impedes on the videos or something like that. But I've never done anything like that with Facebook ads or like shilling and anything like that. I guess it's just because in my head I'm just like it's just a stupid meme page and that's it. So like I don't know. Actually, it's a big thing with the culture too at the time, because I'm sure it's very different now. But back then, all these pages were very ingrained with each other, and they would help each other out to grow bigger and bigger. And because of that, a lot of them would look down on people that would just shill mindless products or just be sellouts and shit like that. So that's a big thing about it too, is I just didn't want to let them down, I guess,
Gotcha.
or be associated as like a shill or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, going back to what you said earlier. So, what do you go to school? Right?
Yeah.
How long have you been to college? So you have an associate's. Do you have an associate's in something else, or did you go to school for something else?
No, I don't have. I have a certificate in broadcasting and video editing, but
Okay.
I don't have an associate's.
Was that like a 2-year program?
Yeah, so I've been in there for 3 years now, and then I've had 2 pretty good internships, or I'd say 3 because one of the internships I had, it was just like the whole semester, so I guess that's technically 3.
Okay.
But
and now you're going back to the school for mass communication?
yeah, something I can't even remember what I'm going for. I think it's mass comm or something like that.
Is that 2-year?
No, I think it's gonna be kind of longer, just because not all of the classes I took for my other certificates are counting towards it. But it's still, I think it's probably a 2-year though, or something like that.
Okay, so total you would have been in school for like 4 years.
Yeah.
5 years, just for really like social media, video editing, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it deals with a lot of like IT, like this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's wow. Okay, were you doing anything before that? Like before, even those music pages. Like, how did you catch on to all this like so quick?
You mean
Like, seems like you kind of like picked it up pretty quick, and it was just like your niche. Like you were just good at it.
Yeah, because ever since when I was really little, man, I loved making stuff. It's really fun just to make anything when it comes to anything that has to do with the camera. I used to make like stop motion videos or just record random dumb bullshit. I never video edited or anything like that, but just having fun with the camera as a kid. I just used to do that all the time. And I really wish I got into YouTube way earlier, but it's been super fun, and I just was always really envious of all the other YouTubers I would watch and stuff like that. Or especially, it's just I have a bit. It's like a little bit of that ego thing too, because it's just like unfortunate, but it's really easy to get jealous sometimes, where you're just like, this video that this person made is terrible, but it has like 1 million views. But I don't know. Sometimes it's just also like. But I've learned to grow past that more, because just like how I have a bunch of videos that got extremely popular out of my control, that's probably what happened to a lot of other people too. Like they made something for fun and then they didn't expect it to blow up or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And that's what's happened to me pretty much.
That's cool. So do you work another job, or do you work like a part-time job outside of school?
Not right now. I'm trying to just get through this semester, and then I'm just probably gonna, I don't know what I'll do. I just want to try and get something. I'd love to work in video or with like an editing company, but I just haven't really. It's been hard because with YouTube, this is the thing with YouTube, is I have been able to make money through it and do everything that I do on YouTube without having to talk to a soul. Like I've never had to talk to anybody to make money or to grow my channel. Like it's all me. But the downside to that is I don't like networking and all this shit. It's very new to me, and like handing out business cards and trying to make yourself a sale pitch pretty much. I don't really know how to do shit like that.
I gotcha.
So that shit's all been very hard. So I've just been
confidence.
Yeah. So I've just been trying to.
It is. So that's cool you brought that up, because how we met is through the Pueblo Film Fest. Shout out to Pueblo Film Fest. Yeah, I was really nervous that day. Honestly, some people at Wake Up told me, it was going on. Yeah. I showed up because, for one, I'm new to all this too, but I want to get my face in the right places.
Yeah.
Just kind of show my face around town and meet different, network.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So I went there, and I'm a shy person.
Yeah.
I'm a nervous person, but I'm open to, like, I'll come out of my comfort zone and go up to people and meet them. So at the end, I was like, all right, cool. I'll do it. I'll just go up to random people, introduce myself, and do that. So that's, how I introduced myself to you, because I was like, all right, you never know who you might meet. And then that's what happened. I wasn't planning on doing this. Well, I had the idea, but it happened. So it's really cool. Yeah, networking is really big and everything else. So you're monetized off YouTube?
Yeah, and
so is that like your job, really? Is that like how you make your money?
I mean, I treat it like one generally. I've been slacking on it lately. It's some, I never really think about it, but it's some fucking not labor intensive, but it's very time.
It's a different type of work.
Yeah, it's just very time consuming shit, man. Because I think there's one video. I think the very last video I made, I spent on and off like 5 years making it, because that's how I make videos. I just kind of keep flip-flopping between them, because I just go, okay, well, I'm kind of sick of working on this right now, so I'll go to something else. But that's pretty much my job, and it doesn't even pay too much. I mean, and the thing is, like, in saying that, it's not like I'm not grateful that I'm making money at all, but it's because I make like 100. I can't actually say it, because YouTube has like a thing against it, or like
speak it against how much the numbers.
Yeah, you can't like actually.
All right, ballpark it. If you're comfortable with it, just like ballpark it. Don't speak numbers. Just.
Yeah. So it's just.
I'm curious on like how. Dude, you have a lot of views, and from what I'm hearing and seeing, you make money off the views. So I'm curious on, for one, how that works, and two, like how much money you make like off the views. There's people making, dude.
No, I'm sure that's the thing, is you can make so much money off of YouTube. It's crazy, but at the same time, you can also to explain it, when you're monetized and you get an AdSense account, you need to make over $100 to even get any money from advertising, and I usually get over that margin every month, but not by a lot. And then I make some okay money on Patreon too, which is nice, because all those people are nice. It's just it's open. I'm just surprised I'm making as much as I am on Patreon right now, just because I just opened it because I was like, this is here if you want to just support me at the moment, but right now I don't really feel comfortable taking anyone's money until all the work has been put in to everything that I want to do. until then, I'm just like, I don't feel like super comfortable with it. But then at the same time, I'm just like, it's here if you want to support me in any way.
Yeah.
So
it's like a.
so sorry, but that's what I'm just going back to the time thing. Like I said, I've put probably just a bunch of hours into video. Sometimes it can take me like definitely weeks or days to make a video, and that adds up to like probably 50 hours or more per video or something like that. So, and that's not all the time, like, but generally it just is a very, very time consuming thing to do without realizing it, for not a lot of gains, but you can also get a lot of benefits from it. And a lot of it just comes to consistency. That's my biggest problem.
Exactly.
It's
a long-term thing.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's even though you have a lot of views and you're making money, but next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, if you keep being consistent with it, and you keep on with it, it'll probably be your full-time job.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just the straight up consistency though. It's if you aren't, because a lot of people don't really think of YouTube as a social media, but it is, and you're not going to find a lot of success if you don't treat it like that, unless you're super like lucky, like you make a video that blows up and then that makes a bunch of other similar videos that you've made blow up. Unless you're just lucky like that, a lot of it is just a shit ton of dedication, and just you just have to be super, super, super dedicated.
I agree.
And I remember what I was trying to say. Since it's a social media, you need to not constantly, but you have to be very consistent with your uploads. And if you aren't, then that's going to affect your growth if you aren't able to consistently upload. But thankfully, I'm lucky, and I just have a very tight viewer base right now, just because I've been around for like a minute, so I just have a lot of people that just like what I make, and I try to make everything I make good on top of that. But it's just hard sometimes. Like I said, we were talking about those in the car, but like there's sometimes where a video that seems like it'd take me a lot of time to make, I just like know how to make it. I just understand. I have like the clear vision, both with how I want it to look and just in the editing sense. I just know how to make it super, super fast. And then there's videos where they don't seem like that'd be hard to make, but I can't like visualize how to do it. I'm working on a video right now where this guy called Tommy Wright III calls us, and he's like an OG Memphis rapper. He's super he's just like extremely influential to a lot of the sound of hip hop today. And so he called us, and in the video I'm making like a little interview section, but I'm so not used to doing documentary shit. I've had to do so much research, and every time I think I'm done, I need to find something else, or I find something else, and then I need to add that into the script or something like that, or re-edit something. So that's what I mean. So it's just random.
I gotcha.
For me at least. For other people, they just have a straight. They just have a very consistent way to edit, or they have a team, or if they don't have a team, their content is kind of it's easier to make. That's not to say editing is a very time consuming thing in general, but they just have like a I'm trying to think of a template. That's it for their videos.
Okay. That's a great way to explain it. That's cool. It's cool. I like it. I feel that's similar to other people as well. You know, you gotta have a clear vision for certain projects you're doing if you want to see it to completion all the way through. But sometimes it's hard too. Some other ones are hard. You know, like I see it as goals. I don't see them as projects, or like some projects too. But yeah, like these videos I've been working on, I see a clear picture to an extent, but I don't too, because I'm still having trouble figuring out
Yeah.
different things, you know? Like, I was able to put the sequence together, but it's like, okay, now that I have this, how can I, like, what else do I want? Like, I want to make more to it, but I don't know how, so it's kind of, again, I'm new to all this, so I'm, like, it's hard for me
Oh
to
no.
learn, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's that's exactly what I mean is you just sometimes you have a clear-ish vision, and then for other things you just know what you're trying to do, and it's really easy to make that. But I guess that's the thing, like with this video I'm working on now, is that's the only video I have at the moment that's very close to being made, so I have to just focus on this one. But at the same time, I keep putting off working on it because I just don't have like a clear vision. Because in this segment where I'm just like explaining the history of Tommy Ray, I'm just like, okay, there are 2 minutes left, and that is so much time to fill for a video. That is like a lot. Like 2 minutes is, well, the way you want to think about it when you're editing, and it depends on what you're doing, but you want to think of it like every hour or every minute is an hour of time, pretty much. So, and that's not always the case. It depends on what kind of videos you're making. So like for a podcast, that doesn't really matter. But if it's like a promo video or something like I've made, like a more edited YouTube video, you generally want to think like that. And it's still very, very, it's just stressful. Just even looking at the timeline, you just go, oh my God, what am I going to do for this 2 minutes?
Gotcha.
Even though I kind of know what to do, but still.
Do you use Premiere Pro? What do you have? Do you have Windows or Mac?
I use Windows, and then I have Vegas Pro, and man, I hate it. I hate that software. It's so shitty. It crashes all the time. It's very user friendly, but I think the problem is everything I make is just super intricate. You know, there's so many layers going on. There's so much masking. There's so many keyframes. There's so many plugins going into it. And I really shouldn't be using Vegas for shit like this, but I still do just because I'm comfortable with it. Well, the other thing too is with Vegas, you don't have to pay a monthly subscription, which is a big thing for me. Like I just bought, I had 16 for a minute, but 16 is terrible. I think if you want to use Sony Vegas, use like pre-14. So Vegas 13 is like the most solid version of it. And then past 18, it's weird, but like 14 to 18 are just buggy pieces of shit, and they suck, especially if you're trying to make bigger projects, and it just crashes randomly a lot too. And I think that's just a problem with any editing software if you're fucking trying to make a very, very intensive project, but it sucks. I don't recommend Vegas, but I mean, it depends on what you're doing, though. Like, if you're doing just podcasts or you're just cutting stuff together, Vegas is fine, but not if you're trying to do the shit I'm trying to do. See, the other reason why I keep putting off some videos is because it's every time I open them, like, it just fucking freaks out. Or sometimes it hates me, and then sometimes it works fine for hours, and there's no in between.
Gotcha. Good information. What kind of did you grow up in, like, middle class, upper class?
How was it growing up? Definitely poor. I've always been poor. It's awesome. I think being poor gives you character, though, you know?
It does. You're right. Yeah. It does give you character.
So, yeah, I've always lived pretty poor, though. Like I said, we used to live in, like, assisted living projects and shit like that. And I think we've always been like that. We've always just been living off of the government and not off of, because it's not like my family doesn't, it's not like they don't try to have good jobs, and some of them do have very good jobs. It's just that's how it was, at least growing up. We were all just kind of struggling together pretty much.
Any nurses, doctors, physicians in your family?
Yeah, nurses? One of my family members is a psychiatrist. Like a doctorate. For sure. Yeah, they got their doctorate recently.
Nurses are very popular for some reason. I don't know. Everybody wants to be a nurse.
I know.
Have you seen that Joe Coy? It's on Netflix. Do you know who Joe Coy is?
No.
Wow, he's a comedian. Anyways.
Oh man, I used to love watching stand-up shit on Netflix. I haven't done it in a minute. But
This is a bad reference, and I won't bring it out. But yeah.
No, but dude, I get what you mean, because that's
everybody wants to become. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand it too.
Because because it's like that's how I feel. It's how I feel right now. It's like when you are
pressure.
If you're a man or a woman, your choices are to be a nurse or a labor work, like a mill worker or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the fence about working at the mill just because I just need the money, and that's it. I know it'd make me super tired, but
yeah,
whatever.
I gotcha. Yeah, we're put in tight situations that make us do. Yeah, make us have to take a risk. Make us have to make a decision. A lot of yeah. I know what you mean. It's life. That's how it goes. I guess we just gotta run with the curveballs. I guess take it with a grain of salt. Okay. What is your bread and butter, and what other projects or side hustles do you do?
Right now I just take any editing jobs I can. It's been a little hard with that too, just because I just haven't figured out like a specific niche to offer people, because I've been going all about it kind of wrong, because I just tell people I edit videos, but that's a very vague thing to say. So I've been trying to word it better to say like I can record and edit podcasts for you, or saying like I can make social media videos for you or ads, and then I could give you vertical reels on that or something like that, and then I could chop up a 30-second video into a 15, like just give you a whole slew of social media videos and something like that. Or like just letting people use my equipment for something like that, or just coming into my place and then just letting them use whatever I have. So I don't have too much. I just do. Right now, the only thing I really have is there's this game. They're trying to start up like an esports or gaming lounge, something like that, and they're called Split Screen. And I just do all their like video promo stuff at this point. And I just get paid commission every time I make them something. And I also get paid when I help them out with like tournaments and stuff. But that's the stuff I want to do. That's like if I couldn't get YouTube as a full-time job, then it'd definitely be something having to do with like editing video game promo stuff. Because that's what I love to do. I love editing video games and stuff like that. It's just super fun to do shit like that.
I love it. Yeah, I love esports. Esports is really fun. They had that at PCC, and that was fun to go and just play games.
Games, you've been there? Yeah, dude. I've won 2 Smash tournaments there, and we have
really.
Yeah, we have Smash tournaments every Friday at Celestial Moons, or no, it's Saturday.
Do you know Andrew then?
Yeah, Andrew's awesome.
Dude, Andrew's so cool, bro. I met that guy. Yeah, that's where I got my EMT. So I went to PCC, got my EMT, and I did a work study there. So, and then I just ran into Andrew and the esports lab, and I was like, oh snap, this is super cool. So, Andrew was really cool, super cool. And then, oh man, you probably don't know it, but they have a podcast set up in at PCC.
Oh, nice.
In the trio room. They have something going on there, man. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, they have a whole shindig over there. It's pretty sweet. It's a lot of cool stuff they got going on at PCC. I'm not advertising it, but they are like on the low key doing some cool stuff.
I know. I love going. I love that place.
Yeah.
And all the people there are pretty chill.
Yeah. Besides all the BS that comes with working with a school and having to follow the school system's rules and politics and all that, it's really cool to have something where you can just get together and network and have fun, and just play games and all that stuff, and just have those resources and connections there. So yeah, that's cool. I liked Andrew. I liked a lot of those guys. They were cool. Okay. Okay, let's get into the YouTube.
Yeah.
What kind of videos do you make? Do you just stream games, or do you do any other stuff? Do you do reels?
I do. I want to mess with shorts, but I've just done a little bit of well, not everything, but the two things I really do is in real life stuff and video game stuff, but I don't really play anything specifically. I've always just made stuff if the video or if what we're doing or saying is funny, that's all that matters to me. I don't really care about the game itself that we're playing or anything like that.
Okay. I gotcha.
And then yeah, for the in real life, it's just that, like, it's just us recording on our phones and just bullshitting, and then I just edit it to be funny. Or sometimes the shit that happens is, that's usually what I do when I edit. If something's like really funny, I don't even edit it. I just let it play out. But that's it. We just make. I mean, I don't know. I guess the thing is, I don't always give myself enough credit for like the work I put into the videos I make, because it just takes a lot of time, because I don't know. The main thing is I like adding the subtitles to things, and especially since I'm trying to make. Anytime I make a video on a video game, I try to make the font or the subtitles or whatever. I try to make it match the in-game font or subtitles. So I try and make it like just seamlessly flow with the UI that's already in the game or something like that. And sometimes I don't really care too much, but that's usually what I try to do, just because it's fun doing that and making like all the assets, just going like that extra mile is super fun just for text.
I gotcha. That's awesome. Okay. You didn't necessarily have to go to school for all of this, but you chose to go to school for, to advance your skill set and what you're already doing, or what was the...
Pretty much it was just to... Well, I guess it was more because I know I'm not a bad editor, but I just need things to back that up, like at first glance or something like that. Because I've always felt that with either something like video, like any kind of creation field or creative kind of field of work or whatever. I think your work speaks more for the actual like papers and education you have. Like if somebody looks at the stuff you do and they're just like, okay, this guy's good at editing, they'll probably want to hire you if they just see that you're good at editing or something like that. But there's a lot of things I have learned because, like you said, Wake Up. Or you mentioned Wake Up, and I actually interned there for like 3 months. Yeah,
oh, that's sick.
So that's where I learned. That was the biggest learning curve, is just learning a lot more about like deadlines, taking deadlines more serious, and then just a lot of little things I learned, like not having people on the crew in any kind of shot or anything like that. Because to me, I didn't see it as weird, because I was like, oh, it's just showing that we have people working on shit with you guys. I don't know, but I get that now. And then there's other things too for YouTube content or something like that. There's a lot of things you want to check off. You want to ask their name. You want them to tell you what they're doing exactly, who they are, like what they work for, what their channel's name is, just stuff like that at the start of videos or anything like that. Because if you don't do that, then you're just going to jump into a video and you're like, what is even happening right now, or something like that.
Okay. So you mentioned Wake Up. What did you learn at Wake Up?
Just mostly that, because I know I learned how to use Final Cut, and I don't remember how to use it now. I know it'd probably click if I started messing with it again. And same with Premiere Pro, but I mostly learned how to use Final Cut, and then I learned some stuff. That was the main thing I learned, is just not messing around with deadlines, like just getting stuff out on time no matter what, pretty much. And then just learning how to make something that looks good with a deadline in mind, because that's very stressful sometimes, because you'll show it to somebody and then they're like, do this again, and then you're like, well, now I didn't meet this deadline. And I'm pretty bad with deadlines in general, because I just I get stuff done, but at the same time I'm just used to working very leisurely, because like I'll edit for like an hour, and then I'll watch some shit on YouTube for like 20 minutes, and then I'll go back to it, and then sometimes I'll like watch a video for like an hour, and then I go back to editing for 30 minutes. It's just like all over the place. I never really had to put myself on a strict deadline or something like that, or anything like that. So I've been getting a little better at that, and that's the biggest thing I learned. And then I also learned some interesting stuff that isn't inherently useful. It's just funny. Like I was told, if you're recording people that are fat, you just would you'd want to record above them because it makes them look more slimmer if you're doing something like that.
Okay.
Or just stuff like that too, or just shooting from very far away, or having them kind of enclose themselves, like in the sense of like they cross their arms or something like that. That's gonna make them look thinner or something like that. And I don't know. It's just something funny. I just never thought of recording stuff like that. That's the thing that stuck with me the most, honestly. Whenever I think about my internship there, it's that, and I don't know why.
Okay.
It was just funny, I guess, just to learn that from someone.
Sweet. All right. I know you have 40,000 subscribers and multiple views on YouTube.
Yeah.
How did this all start?
Oh man, it's a crazy thing. It's like I said earlier, you'll just make something and then all of a sudden it just blows up. So what happened was, so everything I learned from my meme pages or whatever, those honestly did help me a lot, because what happened was I made a bunch of videos, and this is still my hope for the future, but you make a bunch of videos of one thing, like something for like an audience to go to. So you make a bunch of these videos, and then you make one video that is something relating to what you're doing right now, but it's a part of like a current trend that's going on, or something that is no one else is doing, like it's a niche thing. So for instance, we were playing a bunch of Smash 4 or Smash Brothers and shit, and then those videos were kind of low at the time. They would only get like 100 views, which is still pretty good, I guess, when you're starting out, for sure. So they get some views, and then you get, next thing you know, I made a video where we messed around in the game, but it was like mods and shit like that, and just changing how the game's physics work, and just adding a bunch of stupid skins and shit like that to the characters. So that got like, I made 2 of those, and both of those got like, I can't remember like specifically at the moment, but they blew up for sure. They got like 50,000 views ish each. And then the very last Smash 4 video I made, that's when I just went apeshit with mods. It was like a huge project. That was the first video I made where I definitely put like a bunch of time and care into it. And that was the first video I made that like blew up, because that has like 500,000 views right now. So next thing I know, all my other videos blew up. So every single one of my Smash 4 videos would get like 100,000 views, or like 50,000 views, or like 70,000 views, like just that. And then I made a fat little stack as a 16-year-old.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember how much I made. It was a lot. It was like over $3,000 or something like that.
A little fat stack.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun.
Word.
So that's what I mean is I know that those are the main things that are gonna get you an audience, is finding a niche, and then I'm trying to think. Yeah, just finding a niche of some sort, uploading a lot of that, whether there's views or not, and then you make something that just will attract a lot of eyes. Like you just kind of feel it, this is going to get a lot of people to watch my shit, and then it'll just snowball from there. But in saying that, you just have to be lucky too. With I'd say a lot of it is luck too, because the most popular video I made, and I don't like it. I made it in like 4 hours, and it has like 9 million views or some shit like that, and it's just it's a cute little video. It's just literally, what is it? It's just like a callback to old YouTube video game, just stuff I grew up with as a kid. It's just a little video about that, just a little memorial remembrance kind of thingy going on with that. And I did not expect that to blow up like it did. And at the same time, it's not a bad thing, because I'm sure I got a good amount of views, like other people to watch my other stuff just from that video. but it's just one of those things you think about where you're just like, if this video was related in any capacity to anything else I've made, I'd be set, or I'd be pretty good to go as far as making YouTube an actual career, or like a feasible career, something that's gonna actually make me able to live on my own, like live and shit like that.
I gotcha. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check the camera. Sweet. I got a few more questions and then
Go for it.
Yeah, we'll call it. So yeah, I love it because it's like I don't even have to say much. You know, you just tell the whole story yourself, and it's like you answer all my questions while you're explaining everything. So I gotta go back and look at my questions. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, he answered that, he got that, but I like to go back to it too. Cool. We mentioned you were active on Facebook. Which one did you have a bigger following on, YouTube or Facebook?
That's definitely Facebook, and that's the thing that sucks again about that video I was talking about, the one that has like 9 million views, is it's just that gave me a bunch of dead weight subscribers, because people just subscribe for no reason sometimes, or they think that's going to help your channel, but in the long run it really doesn't. And that's how I've always felt. I've even gone out of my way to tell people, like, so just please unsubscribe from the channel, I'm begging you sometimes, just because I used to, that's the thing, before I made that video I had 24,000 subs, and I was completely content with getting the views that I get with that many subs. But now there's like just such a difference between the two numbers that I don't know, it just makes me feel kind of, I don't know, it just upsets me sometimes, I guess, just because, you know, there's half of the people subscribed to me don't even remotely want to watch my stuff, basically. And that's what makes me a lot more grateful for the people that do watch my stuff, because like I said, it's very consistent. It's a very consistent amount of views every time I upload, which is it's so nice to have that. And that's a big thing with YouTube too, is having a dedicated group of fans or people to watch your videos is way better than having just a bunch of people that aren't even, they don't actually care about like the shit you make. They're just there to be there, I guess. Just shit like that is I don't know. It's a little annoying sometimes, but I still, that's a big thing I've learned, is just getting that tight fan base is huge. That's like more important than the views you get, honestly, because, you know, you're not going to have anyone to go back to if you don't have like that consistent fan base or anything like that. But then at the same time, when you get really popular, you just have like a infinite money cheat in real life, pretty much, because you can upload one thing and no matter what, that's going to get like 1 million views. And depending on what it is, that's just going to make the algorithm push that video into more people's recommendeds. And that's just it. You're just going to get more and more and more of a following that way. So it's just a little bit more difficult if you're more of like a niche little channel or something like that. But it's definitely, that's the dream.
I gotcha. Yeah, 100% is having something that makes you money, you know, kind of while you sleep, really. That's the big thing. So you put a lot of work into making your YouTube channel grow. You put an extreme amount of work into that. You have a niche for editing, film, tech, all that in general. Do you see yourself like making a film? Would you ever make a film?
Actually, I have.
Make a movie?
I've never, not like a feature length thing.
A little short film?
But yeah, I have, because at Wake Up, they have something called a 72
hour film.
So I joined that last year, and we didn't win anything. We got nominated. But everyone liked it. Like, everyone thought it was funny.
What's it called?
It's called Donna the Friend. That's a video that's on the back burners just because it's in that same sphere of I don't really know how to edit this right now. where that's just it. It's just me explaining our experiences with it and everything like that. And everything's recorded. I just don't know how to edit it because it's I'm so unfamiliar with editing, making videos where it's just me in the flesh talking to a camera. I'm really not used to that, so that's something that it just was it's just a big comfort zone thing, getting out of my comfort zone to do that, because I'm just used to my friends bullshitting and then we just be funny and then I enhance it with the editing. I'm not used to fucking having to talk to a camera or just be the sole person that is making a video interesting. I'm like so not used to it that it's just a learning curve thing. Just a little,
yeah. So in the future, are you gonna make this your full-time job? Is that what you want to do? Like, are you gonna start? It's really a business. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business model. So but it's still like switching from this job to this job. So is that like this is what you want to do like in the long run in the future?
Yeah, but that's the thing is it's a big because I feel very conflicted because before I used to just go, okay, I don't want to make this a job, but I just want to make this a way to make a lot, or not a lot, but like a decent amount of money on the side while doing something that I just love to do, which is what anyone wants with a job, I guess. And that's basically how I used to think, but now I still think like that because I don't want to be solely reliant on YouTube because it is just such a unreliable job. And like I said, unless you just are fortunate enough to get super lucky or
you dedicate your life
to
it.
Or you just make a lot of really good videos, because there are people that make incredible shit and it was like destined for them to get a following because they just make good videos, but that's just, and they have a really good like upload schedule and things like that. So it's I don't know. I'm very different about it now. I think I'm still having the mindset of I mostly want to just make money on the side doing something because I love doing this. But at the same time, now more than ever, I've just been realizing like the amount of time that goes into it, like you kind of just have to treat it like a job because you just put so many hours, not only into the editing.
You might as well make it a job.
Yeah, exactly. If you can, because you just put so much time into the editing, and then
it's hard because you got to balance that and your actual job at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're having to work, put a lot of hours into this so that way it can become successful. But at the same time, it's not making you as much money as you want right now. So you got to have another job.
Yeah.
And that's where you're making your money, but you're conflicted with that because it's like, well, I'm putting so much time into it's a dream, like your dream, and then you're having to balance this out with actually working your 9 to 5. It's crazy, man. That's just how the system works. You gotta fucking balance it out and work it out until you can eventually work your dream job until you don't want it's making more money than your 9 to 5. You can quit your 9 to 5 and go work your dream job, but you're still having to put numerous amounts of work and time and effort into it. It's just I don't know, it's a lot of work for sure. And for people starting out like myself and just like I don't know, it's a lot of work. It's hard, but if you want it, go get it.
Exactly. And
if you want to go get it.
I know this is how I've been feeling lately. I don't know, probably just because I was working as a bartista and I know they're always looking for people, so I'll probably just do that on the side and then just still mostly focus on the YouTube shit on the side.
See, I've been telling people too, I like my job, what I want to do, but I also want something that's going to make more money than this, so that way I don't have to solely rely on this job. But I love this job, So I want to keep doing it until, I don't know, it kills me, you know what I'm saying? But I want to do this too, because I know retirement, 40 years, everything they got going on is just, it's not sustainable for
Yeah.
you, the long run, your family, everything. It's, I mean, it's a comfortable living, and I mean, you can make do with it, but it's not what I want. You know, I want something that's gonna, whatever it is, either YouTube, either, you know, something else, you know, something, I don't know. I just want something that's gonna make me money. There's different ways out there, you know, and that's what I like, why I like networking, is because I get to meet all these different people and get to know how they make money. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, there's always that opportunity if I ever decide to, you know, go down that route. But there's just so many opportunities. It's hard to kind of stay focused. But I know what you mean. At the end of the day, if you think about it, you're super close. Like, you're super close to what you want to do. It's gonna take, realistically, it'll take a few more years.
No, yeah.
At like those few more years, it's gonna be worth, you know, doing, I don't know, sacrificing it more than college, or like a few, whatever you're doing now.
Yeah.
You know? Because I see it, but you're doing it. You're just gonna make that choice. I see you, like, in 5 years, if you decide to make that decision, this will be your full-time job.
I mean, that's
everybody.
That's how I feel right now. I'm not really feeling college right now. Because like I said, I have everything I wanted out of college, so I don't really see a reason.
Are you able to drop out?
Oh no, man. Oh my god, I'm so frustrated because I was a day late from the drop date, and there was like, they just wouldn't let me. So they wouldn't let me.
Now you got too much on your plate than you can handle.
Yeah, so now I'm just trying to pass all my. I mean, I'll probably withdraw from one, but that's the thing. I'm just trying to do, like, that's it. I can only afford to withdraw one, or then I'll actually have to owe back, like, money.
Okay.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you might as well suck it up, sacrifice it.
So I'm just trying to pass right now, and then after that, I'm just gonna get something on the side just to help pay with the bills. And then I'm just gonna give it. I know, like you said, it'll probably take more than a year, but I feel
for sure.
I
but
feel
within this year, dude, you'll probably have more subscribers and more views than you have already. So you'll probably make a few racks. I don't know. Who knows? Within the next year, you know what I'm saying? 3 racks is still 3 racks.
Yeah.
You know, dude, 5 racks is 5 racks. 1 rack. All right, cool. That's just a stepping stone. When it's like hit that 10 rack status, and then you hit 100 racks. Once you hit 100 racks, it's like, all right, cool. I can make 200 million racks. Jeez, let's do this. Bring it on.
Yeah. And so yeah, man, that's it. I just want to just focus on this. Like I said, I just have a year plan, and that's just purely on making whatever the fuck I've been dying to make, and then just make that. Because what my plan is, and I don't think this is a bad plan, it's just making the actual videos is the hardest part, where I want to put everything in the Patreon, and then I'll just be like, all right, you know, if you really want to support me, I have a slew of really good shit that you could watch, but it will be released very slowly over time for free. So that's pretty much my game plan.
Yeah, so just create a library and then just strategically, like, upload videos throughout the time frame, because you have all those videos. It's just like, all right, cool, and you just gotta upload them. And then, I know what you mean, because I'm like in the same boat. I gotta create a library myself, and I gotta create that whole thing, and I'm still in the process of it, and it's like I gotta balance that with my own life too. So dude, I know, we all know what everybody means. It's life. It's the circle of life. We just gotta balance it out and keep our head on straight. I don't know, man. We just gotta figure it out our own way, I guess. I don't know, but it's great because we have other people to kind of, you know, figure it out with. So that's awesome. You're not doing it alone. You can figure out how this guy's making $1 million, and you can, you know, learn from him or talk with him.
Yes,
or
sir.
Network. I know what you mean.
To me, that's the biggest, I guess, takeaway advice I have. It's all about consistency. That's like that's bigger than anything, honestly, is just being able to consistently upload something. And then, oh man, I guess the other thing too is just because I don't hate this obviously, but sometimes there's times where I'm just like, fuck, man, I hate this. It's just frustrating. So you know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But you just have to understand, like, if you're doing this, even when you hate it and you're frustrated and you're like, what the fuck? Why is this getting so many views? Why am I not even getting any views to begin with? Like, if you can keep going, even when you don't think anything good is coming your way, then it will probably go good eventually.
Sure. Yeah.
You just keep at it.
So consistency, and I like this phrase.
The indomitable human spirit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I like to say embracing the suck, because everybody's suck is different. You know, that's a different type of suck. That second, yeah, and everybody knows what I mean, so don't take that literally or any other way. I know what people are thinking. They're like, "Oh, he's saying embrace this suck." Oh, okay, yeah. You know how these Navy SEALs go through some excruciating training, and everybody else, it can be physically or mentally. Okay, all right. So this one's emotionally. So we're gonna go with just mental strength. Mental fortitude. Embrace the suck. Embrace the suck. Reeko, where could people find you at?
My YouTube channel is Durty D, like I said, with a U, DURTY space D, and that's honestly it. Because I have my Instagram, which is Reeko Peeko, and that's spelled like REE.
Would you prefer people to reach your YouTube or Instagram?
Oh, definitely the YouTube.
YouTube for sure. Okay.
Yeah, but the Instagram, that's just for people to see stuff I've made.
I'll just put that link in the description, and then I'll just Reeko
Peeko
down below. Reeko Peeko. Yeah, sweet, awesome. What was I gonna? Oh. I can't end this out without saying, anyways, I'm really glad you're my second guest. Thank you for coming on, dude. This is awesome.
No problem.
Cheers to this.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
Cheers. I'm glad I met you. It's a further opportunity, and, dude, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I see a lot of great things happening in the future for you and myself, and we can just build the empire, right? That's what it's all about. This has been the Ambitious Riders Podcast. The ambitious riders. Ambitious. That's with a capital A, riders, not riders. I know what you guys are thinking. You know, Tupac. No. Maybe it was a little inspiration. Don't sue me, please. But the Ambitious Riders Podcast. I look forward to having more guests. And this has been episode 2.